Welcome to the Ron Stokes Buckeye Weekly Update, brought to you by WOW Internet, Phone, and Cable.
Hi, this is Ron Stokes with WOW Buckeye Fast Break, sponsored by WOW Internet, Phone, and Cable. And I want to thank you again for visiting our site. It's been a long day today. Left Columbus around 2:15, 2:20 on our way to Minneapolis, and that's where I am right now in my hotel room. The team is, I think they're at practice after watching film, and they'll have dinner later this evening, and then the big game tomorrow at 12 o'clock against Minnesota. But this will be my first time having an opportunity to comment on the Anthony Crater situation. I know a short time ago he made the announcement that he was going to lead the basketball team, and I just want to give you my comments on that. It's not the first time, will not be the last time when a young man, especially a freshman, having some issues with playing time, will make a decision to leave. And if a young man feels that it's best for him to leave, then he should. I think the best thing that should happen, though, whether it's the coach and or the player or his inner circle, is not to make it a negative thing. You make the decision and you move on. I know that Anthony Crater's AAU coach made some comments that came across as negative regarding Thad Matta. And I've never met the AAU coach, so I'm not going to make any comments about him. But I do know Coach Matta, and he's a stand-up guy. And in the short time that I've got to know him, he's a player's coach. Players come to this program because they love to play for him. And I've had numerous occasions to talk to parents of former players, and they have nothing but great things to say about Thad Matta. So in this case, I have to go with that, because I know on his coach's show later on he made a very stern comment that he's never promised starting time, playing time I should say, or a starting position for anyone, because as a coach you can't get in that type of thing. So the Buckeyes will have to move on, which they have done. I thought in the last ball game against Iowa, certain players stepped up, in particular P.J. Hill, because of Anthony Crater's departure, had additional playing time. And that goes to show you that you have to be ready to play. You never know when your number is going to be called, and when it's called, you have to step up and do what you need to do. And P.J. Hill did that. So Buckeyes will be okay, and this gives other players a chance to move in and show what they can do. And I think through adversity, teams come together, and this is an opportunity for Ohio State to do that. I'll be back in a moment with more of WOW Buckeye Fast Break.
How does a WOW Internet cable and phone bundle make your life easier? We'll show you in metaphor. One price, one bill, one great experience. Get a WOW bundle with Internet cable and phone with unlimited nationwide calling and calls to Canada. All for only $99.99. Price guaranteed until 2011. Next time, we'll discuss Internet speed using interpretive dance. WOW. It's that kind of experience.
Hi, this is Ron Stokes back with part 2 of our weekly update. And I want to talk to you a little bit regarding the Iowa game. Wow, what a game. The 14,000 plus fans that attended the game, I thought they walked out of there a little surprised. I don't believe they understood how close the game was going to be and how interesting it was going to play out. That's the first time that I ever saw a team make their first 6 field goals that were made were beyond the arc. 6 straight three-pointers. In fact, for the entire first half, out of their 10 made field goals, 8 were three-pointers. And that was the main reasons why they stayed in the basketball game. I really thought that Ohio State had a chance to get that lead up over 20, and it would have been a ball game. But that just shows you how the game has changed with the three-point shot. Iowa stayed in the game because of that. In the second half, a number of players stepped up. Buford was very important in the first half with 14 points. But John Diva just exploded. I thought that three-pointer at the end of the first half got him going, because prior to that he had missed 3 or 4 in a row. It got him going, career high 7 three-pointers in one game. The last time a Buckeye did that was Jaquel Foster. So that's quite an accomplishment. I wish I was able to shoot like that back in my day. But the team came around. I thought it was a very important game. It's too early in the season to say it's a must-win. But when you think about what's coming about, playing Minnesota tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and then coming back and going on the road again to play at Michigan State, a team that has played some great basketball of late. In fact, they beat Minnesota here recently, which is going to make the Minnesota game even tougher. We all know that after a team has a tough loss, they tend to come back and be more focused. Ohio State did that after the loss against West Virginia, and I expect Minnesota to do the same thing tomorrow. And then when you look at the rest of the Big Ten, I think the Big Ten is as deep as it's ever been in quite some time. Every game is going to be an important game, especially ones at home. You got to get those. And then, of course, the ones on the road. If you can escape with half of your road wins, you're going to be a happy coach this year. So we'll see how the Buckeyes will fare tomorrow. It'll be a tough game. They're going to have to play at an extremely top level. And I made this comment before the Notre Dame game that Evan Turner was going to have to be the key, and I think he's going to be the key tomorrow. I know other players have stepped up, but Evan Turner needs to have a high-level game tomorrow against Minnesota for the Buckeyes to walk out of there with a win. Thanks again for visiting, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for visiting the Ron Stokes Buckeye Weekly Update, brought to you by WOW Internet Phone and Cable.